Hey everyone, I'm Superfizz from the EthStaker community. Today is August 28th, 2022. I'm here with a couple EthStakers, but really importantly, I'm here with the team from Rocket Pool. And I'm gonna hand it over to them in just a second. They are going to share with you everything about the Redstone protocol upgrade to Rocket Pool that is happening in about 30 minutes. We're really excited. Mav, I'll hand it over to you.
Hey, thanks for the intro. I would be surprised if anyone listening in is not aware and doesn't know what Rocket Pool is, but for those of you who are in that boat, Rocket Pool is Ethereum's decentralized staking protocol. And that's decentralized with an S, by the way, not a Z. That's because the team is mostly based in Australia. There's a few of us on the call here. I'll do a quick round of introductions. We've got David, founder and CTO. We've got Langers, the GM. And then we've got three senior engineers, Kane, Joe, and Nick. And then last but not least, we've got me, the other Nick, also known as Mav. I'm the guy who just writes the tweets and posts and trading. So the focus of the call today will be on Redstone, as Fizz mentioned. We do have a community call tomorrow at the same time that will cover off a lot of the other topics around governance and marketing that you might be curious about Redstone, about Rocket Pool, sorry. But as I said today, the focus is on this protocol upgrade. It's quite an important day for Rocket Pool. I guess you could equate it to our merge day, really. The upgrade that will take place in about 12 minutes will prepare the protocol for the merge. If you've got any questions or comments, I will try to prioritize checking the YouTube comments feed. Otherwise, you can post in the Discord in the trading channel, and I'll try to run through that as well when I've got a few minutes. We got a little bit of content to cover off around Redstone and the merge. So as a quick agenda, we've got a bit of an introduction first of all. One or two of the smart people from the team will spend a few minutes just doing a brief introduction of what we can expect. Then the Redstone upgrade itself will go live. And then after that, a few comments on what we can expect in the coming weeks, both from Redstone and the merge in general. We've also got a very exciting points-based game if you want to follow along. I'm going to post that in the trading channel in Discord right now. Feel free to participate. If you've read through some of the Discord, Medium articles that Rocket Pool puts out, you see at the bottom, often when Dave signs off, there's a few points, and you can kind of keep track of them as you read through the articles. So feel free to do the same with this little game. And when you get to the end, post your total in the chat. I don't know. We might have an award for the highest number, and maybe if you can cross off them all as well, we'll see how we go with that. But with that out of the way, I might pass it over to who? I see Joe is unmuted, or maybe Langers or Dave, who wants to say a few words
on Zoom, but I'm muted on my mic.
You can go if you want, Joe.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to give a speech? Because I will totally give a speech if that's the request here.
You look like you're going to explain if you don't give a speech, Joe. So you might go for it, mate.
What is
me on a little bit?
What does Redstone mean to you? How emotional are you right now?
Those are two questions. I will answer them in succession. The first is, what does Redstone mean to me? So we have technically been working on the contents of this update since before we even launched the protocol on the mainnet. And by that, I'm talking specifically about the smoothing pool. That is something that Langers and I had brainstormed a little bit in July of 2021, for reference. The smoothing pool has been something that's very near and dear to my heart as somebody who used to be a proof of work miner and understands the incentive of getting very nice, smooth variation, having very little variation and regular rewards and things. And so it's something that I have been building towards on the smart node side and the kind of Merkle tree generation side for the better part of a year now, at least. So what Redstone really means to me is improving the node operator experience, obviously, because of the new claim system and things, but it's just such a validation that this idea that we have kind of been catalyzing since the very beginning before even launched is finally coming to see the light of day. And I am so excited for that. I forgot what the second question was. I just want to talk about the smoothing pool.
Hey, can I ask a question? Like, what are we going to see in 8 minutes? What is going, so I know the long-term outcome, but what are we going to see at this transition period?
So I can talk from the smart node side, certainly, and I'll leave it to these guys to talk about the other side. From the smart node side, what you're going to notice is if you look at the Rocket Pool node logs, that's Rocket Pool service logs node, and you go into there, that is the thing that monitors when the update has been deployed. So it's constantly sort of checking the state of the network. It's pinging the Rocket Pool contracts and saying, has the update been deployed yet? And they'll respond no until they don't. And then they respond yes. And when there's that changeover where it asks again, says, has the update been deployed yet? And the contracts respond with yes, there's a little something in there, a little nice surprise for people that have upgraded to 1.6 that they'll see. So that's what you want to be looking for. And as a note, the timer on that is about 5 minutes. So it checks every 5 minutes or so. So once the upgrade happens, the next time it checks, you'll see the thing. You may not see it right away based on when that 5 minute timer is in it.
So we just have to kill and restart the process.
Don't restart the process because it checks to see, have I looked before the upgrade happened? And oh, the upgrade just happened now. So that way it doesn't spam you every time you restart it after the upgrade happens. So don't kill the process, just be patient.
I don't have that, but thank you.
Understood, yeah.
We'll also have like we got some verification checks and that sort of stuff to do. So I can send through like a picture of us checking all the contracts and that sort of stuff. So we can do that part of it as well. Yeah, it's not exactly the as with all of these releases, they're not exactly that visual necessarily, but they yeah, it does set the groundwork for that.
I don't know. Joe totally promised a visual effect, so I have extremely high expectations now.
Yep. There should be one, assuming I got it right.
Yeah, that's it. So I think we got a couple of minutes. I can probably go into what's included in Redstone as a little bit more detail. So obviously with the merge, there's a few changes so for example, post-merge, validators are now going to be executing transactions, which is glory. It means that we're actually running the Ethereum blockchain, which is going to be amazing. But what that also means is we're going to get transaction fees as well. And so one of the big things there is a way to kind of capture those transaction fees. You get those transaction fees in real time or as you produce the block. And so that that goes into a thing called a fee distributor contract, and then you can kind of claim those rewards as well. As Joe mentioned, you've got the smoothie pool, which which evens that out. So obviously you can get between 3 and I don't know if you Dave like 200 proposals a year, and so you can be either very lucky or very unlucky. And so the smoothing pool kind of evens that out, so you get a consistent income rather than kind of worrying about being on that lower end. The massive kind of thing that we've delivered also is garlic bread, which is the new reward system. So currently claiming RPL rewards is or can be quite expensive when gas is high, and also it's not snapshotted, so you can't. You have to claim within a set period of time. With the new reward system, you don't have to do that. You can, it'll sit there and you can claim whenever you want. And it's super, super cheap to claim now. So they're the main things. There's a couple of other things. The RETH delay is going to be removed as well. And so that's going to be a big thing for integrations. And so that's certainly going to be interesting kind of going forward to see what integrations we can get onto RETH now that that reward thing's done. But in particular, for example, we're working on like Ledger Live integration, and that's being held up because of that particular thing as well. So that's something that we'll be working on over the next kind of few weeks and months. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot in this release. Particularly the reward system is a complete rebuild. So it's really exciting to kind of see it be deployed and be out in people's hands and be able to use it.
Everybody's too busy reading trading.
Yeah,
Like
They're very distracting, aren't they?
everyone just hold on while we catch up on trading, then we'll be back.
As I see you commenting in the YouTube chat.
What? Well, it's because I didn't want people to think I wasn't there. I'm really like, you know where I am.
I think we've gone through quite a few points for anyone who was trying to keep up.
I tried to hit a couple of them.
Hey, so I acknowledged I was a little tuned out, Langers, when you were talking about the Ledger integration. My really only question, like my follow-up, is when? Is that, you know?
It's going to depend on a few different things, unfortunately.
Okay.
There's going to be a little bit. We've been talking to them for ages. Sorry, excuse me. And but yeah, we need to. There's a tiny bit more we need to do our side to make it possible, and then obviously they need to do stuff their side as well. So as soon as like Redstone's live, we can start kind of nailing down those timelines.
Is a Ledger integration essentially like, I guess they have a desktop app and you can maybe buy tokens through that? Is that what that looks like?
Yes, yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, under the hood, they will take like a finder's commission, and so that's the bit that kind of required the extra work. But yeah, that's essentially it.
I know providing support, people continually ask, can I buy this with my Ledger? And I'm like, yeah, but what they're really meaning is, I want to use the Ledger app, and I want to believe that my RETH is somehow part of my Ledger. And so I guess that's really exciting to hear that those people will get what they need.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
To fire things off pretty soon.
Are we gonna get a screen share?
Yeah,
it's been
I
sent.
can probably. Oh, is it? Okay, there we go. So we can send the transaction in.
There's definitely some concentration phases going on there. I've come prepared as well, assuming this is all of a success. Got something that a few people have requested, and assuming that everything goes to plan, see if I can crack open a can here and celebrate in an appropriate way.
It's actually happening.
Wait, can we confirm you're going to pour the alcohol inside the shoe and drink from the cup, or do you plan to position the can inside the cup and drink then? We need some clarification.
Directly from the shoe. It's got to be directly from the shoe.
Yeah,
Dude, this guy is committed.
The definition of a shoe. Yeah,
that would be legend.
The shoe will never be usable again.
Mav, what time is it for you now?
It's technically the afternoon. It's just gone past midday, so I think that makes it appropriate.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I was up late with him last night. Have you slept? Are you just awake now? Like, did you get a nap?
I got my union allotted 3 hours of sleep, which, well, I think I said 4 in the chat, but apparently the way sleep cycles work, you should just sleep 3 hours instead. And I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe it's just fake news, but I feel amazing. So who knows?
Oh, I know Invis sleeps 3 hours a day. Look at him. He's super productive, right?
Yeah. I sleep like 9.5 hours a day, but I'm 70. So looks like Langer's posted the transaction. Sorry, go ahead. Success. Oh, sure. Let me make sure I got it blessed too.
There it goes. I just saw it.
He picked it up in the events Discord bot as well.
Oh, cool. I see a rocket in events. Well, Invis posted it. Remind me again, what's the command where I'm going to see fireworks? Because I'm looking at my node status. What
logged node logs. So
okay,
Rocket
got it,
Pool
got it. Of course,
service
logs.
node.
Possible for us to grab that on the stream, or are we reserving that for operators only?
When I get a picture of it, I can put it up on stream, but I think my thing refreshed about 12 seconds before the transaction executed, so you gotta wait a couple of minutes.
It was node status.
It's Rocket Pool service logs node is what it should be in.
I am minimizing my font so that there are no line breaks, so I can see this masterpiece in all of its glory. I'm very excited.
Oh, there are a couple of screenshots in trading, so you might be able to just show that. Like I said, it's on a 5-minute timer, and some of people got it. Yep, there it is.
Oh, yay! That's awesome.
Inspired by the pandas.
Very cool.
So it worked, did it?
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like it worked. Can you show Discord, or did you get a screenshot of it?
Of the transaction, or?
No, of the actual text that gets put into the logs.
A centralized staking protocol
Yeah,
for Ethereum.
I can
The
probably
ASCII
show
art.
that actually.
Version 1.1 Redstone update. So obviously we're going to do we'll get to POAPs. There's going to be a POAP for the call tonight, but we are talking about delivering POAPs to maybe the first in number of proposers on Redstone, because you will need to have upgraded your Rocket Pool client to successfully propose. How's that going to work? What happens if someone doesn't update?
If somebody doesn't update, it means you can't claim your rewards using the new system because the old smart node doesn't know how to use the new system. There's a couple of other things as well, like your fee recipient won't be set properly, which is kind of a thing you definitely want to take care of pre-merge, and some other things. But luckily for us, if you don't update before Bellatrix, before the hard fork on the beacon chain, everything's going to catch fire anyway. So you're going to have to upgrade one way or another.
if you're actually looking at your node and your logs and your stats and
Which, as a good node operator, you should be looking at your node status and things, of course. Yes.
I was saying about POAPs. So yes, we'll have a call POAP. I'd like to deploy a POAP to maybe the first 100 proposers. That gets a little weird because the only address we can really deploy to is your node address, and we don't want you to load your node keys into something like MetaMask and go claim externally. So we might just drop them to your node address and it's stuck there, and congratulations. But I was going to say, one of the things I love to do is I'll take a screenshot of this and then go mint it on OpenSea as my own NFT, just for fun times memories. But yeah.
Well, I guess it's time for a refreshing beverage, is it?
Oh dear. I mean, it looks okay. Everything seems to be good on my end so far.
Well, all right, here we go. As someone pointed out in Discord earlier, it's a quite appropriate initials for what we're celebrating.
This is Rocket Pool history right here.
Here we go.
I think Fizz thinks he's talking, but he's muted.
Well
It's
done,
better that
Mav.
I muted.
Well done.
Well to go, Maverick.
Well done,
Well
Mav.
done.
By the way,
Great
our
job,
insurance
Mav.
doesn't cover that.
All right, who's responsible for hiring Mav? Who found
Oh,
him?
that was a team effort, I think. Yeah.
That was a team effort.
You can't all take credit. He's a good hire. I wanted to be really skeptical because I don't welcome newcomers very well. Wait, oh my God. But now, aside from that, I'm glad to see him. Good job, Maverick.
Great
Yes,
job,
honestly,
man.
I feel like I've had worse beers before. So, you know, apart from
Can we talk about how that tasted?
I think the shoe actually improved the taste.
it did actually, yeah.
Is it
How
a
old are these
previously worn shoe? Is it a new shoe?
It is a lightly used shoe.
Hopefully only by you.
And like you
Yeah.
can't get rid of it now. Like it now has added value.
Yeah, you need
I
a
got an
bronze and
NFT
frame
this
that
year
thing.
now.
One of those
You
glass boxes, like a display case. The
You can't
Redstone
get rid of
upgrade
it.
shoey.
You can only get rid of it if you turn it into an NFT and then burn it.
That's a good idea.
And
That'll
I
be in
missed
a museum one day.
my rocket pool. Thanks, Mav.
Anytime.
Do we see how many validators have joined this moving pool yet? Or not?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So for everybody watching the call, you can now join the smoothing pool. It's Rocket Pool node join dash smoothing dash pool. Or if you're lazy like me, it's n space JS.
So everything looks like it was a success. All the contract addresses have been updated. Linus has posted a nice screenshot of the verify script to prove that all the new contract are now the correct address, and the smart nodes reporting that the upgrades happened. So everything from our end looks like it was a big success. Congrats, team.
Yay!
Yeah, absolutely massive congrats, guys. It's been a whole team effort to get to here. Yeah, couldn't be any more stoked. So
Well,
yeah, amazing
I
job,
was
guys.
thinking about this before the call. Do you know the real accomplishment is having been live since November, like live on mainnet successfully, like no big issues, like things just going really smoothly. So that's like 9 months.
Don't jinx it, Superfizz. But no,
Essentially.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone,
I mean,
Go ahead.
It's just impressive. Like there are so many things that come and go in 9 months, and
Yeah.
Rocket Pool is just getting stronger. Like it's a great testament.
Everyone always pushes for, to move fast and break things. And I think something can be said for the slow and steady approach. And I mean,
Yeah,
the success of
we've
Rocket
definitely
Pool
been
where
known
we
for
are now
being
is,
slow and steady.
yeah. Without
One
a doubt.
thing I am being asked to make a public service announcement so that people don't have heart attacks. With the upgrade, your node service is going to notice that you now have a fee distributor contract. So it's going to change your fee recipient. It used to be the RETH address, which is sort of like the safe address. And now that it knows what your fee distributor is, it's going to change to that instead, which is going to restart your validator. And if you have Doppelganger turned on, it's going to make you miss a few attestations because it restarted your validator. So don't panic. Everything is fine. It's all good. You can take a look at your node logs, take a look at the validator to see that it's going. But if you miss a few attestations and you have Doppelganger turned on, that is why.
The other command that you'll now have available is the Initialize fee distributor command, which you can do at any point in the future before you distribute rewards. So the best course of action is to try and aim for some period of low gas to execute that command, because you'll need to do that at some point. So next time gas is at 2 or 3 Gwei, execute that command and get your fee distributor initialized.
There's that check that we were talking about, the kind of verifying all of the contract addresses. As you can tell, we quite like ASCII art.
Now, if only this historic event wasn't coincided with a market crash.
But it did coincide with the local bottom right, right?
That's right. That's right.
It's so cute that you think this is the bottom. This is just the beginning.
We've got months of fun ahead of us.
We have 15 nodes in the smoothing pool so far. I mean, gas it's higher than it has historically been, so it doesn't surprise me. Like if you want to wait a little while when gas isn't 30 Gwei per transaction or whatever to do it, so it's fine too.
You know, I only speak the language of POAPs, and I'm thinking about the smoothie pool POAP because I just have so many ideas in my mind for it.
It's going to be blue colored, right?
That's the only kind of smoothie apparently there is. Right, Joe?
It's the best one. I don't think it's the only one, but it is absolutely the best one.
Mango smoothie. Mango smoothie's the bomb.
Because of the color, right?
There's Joe's smoothie.
I know I had to make an emote out of it on the Discord.
That's a whole day's work right there.
Well, I'm trying to make one of the shoey, but I keep getting distracted with like important things.
Can you crop it out? All right, Joe. Or do you want me to?
Yeah,
pose
I'm working
again
on
for
it.
you?
I'm like halfway there.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
don't you need him to do it again?
I know. Can you do it
or
with
a better
green
screen grab
this time? That would be great. Thanks.
Can you
I
do it
mean,
in
if I
slow
have
motion?
to.
Jasper, I've been trying to figure out your comment on YouTube for like 5 hours, and I don't want to repeat it here. I'm just like very confused by it.
It's great.
That must be a if you know, you know, because I don't know. So what's Redstone's huge. It allows more integrations. It allows better fees. It prepares for the merge. What's next? What's the next big thing to look forward to? Like the next major milestone for Rocket Pool. I said Rocket Pool.
Yeah, that's right. So our next release is Atlas. We are kind of working on that now. So that includes currently the staking as a service platform, kind of stuff that we've been working on. So that's to kind of nurture this ecosystem of staking as a service businesses to be built on Rocket Pool, and also to make the thing like the Marco, and Patricio sort of thing a lot easier, so that people can get together and do that sort of thing without having to trust the node operator with custody of the funds and that sort of thing. So that's that is the first thing on there. One of the things we're moving on to next is to design out the LEB stuff, and so we're going to be starting that very, very soon. And so we're going to try and get that into Atlas as well. But we've got to kind of figure stuff out about that. But
the LEB stuff is low ether balance validators for those who aren't aware. So basically the ability to create validators using less than 16 ETH. So currently, obviously, if you run a node within Rocket Pool, you require 16 ETH. This will lower that, starting off with 8, potentially with a target of 4 down the road. So whole bunch of more node operators, hopefully securing Ethereum.
The LEB thing I know is great. Like if it hits soon enough, I know that people are going to be all over that. So very optimistic about it. Awesome. Hey, is it okay if we switch gears to do the POAP distribution?
Yeah, go for it.
Michael, is that you?
Yep. Okay, so for today's POAP, community call 21, we will be using the POAP checkout distribution system. All you'll have to do is go to the hyperlink that I'm publishing now in the YouTube chat. And it is there now. It's pinned to the top. We will be accepting a 0.005, I think it is, ETH donation for today's POAP. And once the donation has been made, that will be directly deposited into your wallet address. So,
hey, so I want to ask a couple questions. Who is that 0.005 going to? Do we know? I'm sure we know. We set it up.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
I think that's a you question.
I don't remember, but let me talk about why we're doing that. Sorry if it's my responsibility. We work really hard to be good POAP stewards, and one of the roles of a POAP steward is not to just dump POAPs, because it turns out that there are people who will scoop up thousands of POAPs using bots if they're able to. And so we have an obligation as good POAP stewards to sort of slow that distribution. We have this tool developed by, it's going to Rocketeers. Yes, great. It's going to the Rocketeers multisig. I spoke with Mentor about that today. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, if you pick up this POAP, you're going to support Rocketeers, which is kind of a community offshoot of Rocket Pool, led by Mentor, who we all know is one of the finest humans in the world. That's his trademark. I have to say it. But yeah, we don't have to. We choose to do this to be good stewards of POAP, to slow down distribution, and to make sure that the people who claim it actually want it, that they're not just like, hey, sure, I'll take free stuff. And so 0.005, I think the idea was it would be like $7. And so we don't want you to feel like we're being extractive. Everyone's welcome to participate and learn. No one has to take the POAP, but if you do choose to pick it up, you will be asked to give $7 to Rocketeers. And actually, it looks like that's $6 now. Oh no, it's $5 to Rocketeers. So thanks everyone for your donation.
And just one quick note also regarding the POAP, we're leveraging the POAP checkout system. This is a product also produced by and supported by Mentor. This is very much a beta version. So there's a potential that some of you may make a donation and may not receive it, or varying degrees of in between there, that for some reason you interact and you don't receive your POAP. Please don't get discouraged. This happens. It's okay. It's part of this building process. Reach out to us in the POAP channel on the EthStaker Discord. We'll make sure you're taken care of. Just send us over your transaction, and we'll go from there. But that's where you can go for support, and we'll help you out there. But just know that this is not, for mass production or for production environment at all. This is just something to help us out, and it is slightly buggy, so just work with us.
Oh wow, 25 left for so. How many were there available?
No, is anyone seeing the negative in front of that?
I just saw that.
We're just a little bit in the hole. It's okay. I was gonna say keep buying them, but I don't want to seem like
Now I owe
it would be a
POAPs.
joke,
Yeah.
not. No, I have to log out of my Web3. Yeah, and so Mentor actually just announced this privately like a week ago, but we're also excited to have, normally when we do something like this, we're like asking you to do a Google form or like we're going to do a POAP.delivery and it's going to take a week to get it. This allows ideally an instant turnaround. And I know a lot of us, as exciting as the call is and watching everyone, like you want to have that kind of proof that you were there. So yeah.
I'm just disappointed the POAP isn't Mab doing a shoey. I know it's short notice to turn around the artwork on that, but that would have been much more memorable.
I think for your 10-year celebration with Rocket Pool, and that, Atlas should be near release candidate stage by then. We could really maybe talk about issuing that POAP.
The
That's funny, right?
DAO forum's still arguing over what the LEB limit should be
So
in 10 years.
10 years.
yeah, in 10 years time. We should be we should be good for.
We should be narrowing it down between 8 ETH
Yeah.
and 4 ETH by then.
It'll be it'll be on a snapshot vote, but it's gonna it's gonna take quorum and it'll take a while to reach quorum. So
It's true. It's true. Those votes are coming through. Actually, they're cranking through those votes now. Let's figure out what's next.
oh really? I haven't looked at it much lately. I guess I should peek at it more closely. Are there active votes going through it?
So we've just finished the incentives ones. So there were 3. The first one was the budget, to assign budget to incentives. The next one was like setting up the charter for the incentives management committee, and then like a suggested membership for the incentives committee. So that was all voted in and that all passed. So we're setting that up now. So that's gonna be fantastic. The next one, I don't know. Let me know what the next one is. But I think we've got another bankless round coming up. So we should probably figure out what we're going to do about that. And then we've also got one of the things I wouldn't mind. Now we've got the budget thing also assigned 30% to grants and bounties. So we can start making decisions on the grants and bounties. So I would say that's reasonably important as well, because we've got Invis and Peteris that have both kind of contributed heavily to Rocket Pool, and so it'd be really good to kind of get those done. So yeah, that's where my head's at the moment, but we'll see kind of when we talk in the government channel.
Awesome, very exciting. Hey, Anvetica, how many of these POAPs did we request? Because now we're at -55.
Yeah, I think it's a UI bug. I think the negative is actually how many people have claimed, because there's 750 in there, and I was able to claim. Even
Okay, so it would be 750 minus 55.
Yeah.
Minus
So
56.
there's plenty in there. I think it's just a
That's what
UI
we'll
thing.
tell ourselves.
All right.
Oh, we can actually look at POAP.gallery and see.
Yeah, we can. We're verifying everything's going through. So
We're
far so
actually-
good.
We're in debt to POAP right now. And there's probably going to be an overdraft fee.
Oh, you're breaking my heart right now.
He's like, not so close to home.
Yeah.
I'm at work right now.
So you owe POAP your life memories for the next 10 years.
That's a tough. I don't know if I like that smart contract anymore.
I gotta admit, I already feel like I'm a little sold out to POAP.
Let's do a quick update. We have 34 nodes in the smoothing pool now, for reference.
Can we get 35 more?
Probably. I think let the word kind of propagate and stuff. The guys that are on the call now and are aware of what needs to be done to actually opt in and stuff. Seems like a lot of them have done so.
Yeah, nice.
Wait, let me get this straight. Mav just wants to get the numbers, and Joe is really encouraging people to think through this. I'm really, the first thing that I did was not consider anything, just add to the priority gas like 10% to make sure that, because I just want to be first to everything. That's all I care about.
I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the total balance of the contract, because every time we do this, as sort of a ritual, Ken throws some test ether in there to make sure it's working properly. And it seems like he hasn't done that thus far. I wonder why. Ken, that was a joke. Don't actually do that.
All right. Well, if Redstone is live and we're all happy, I guess it's probably time to start wrapping things up. As I mentioned, we do have another call tomorrow, same time. So if you're keen to hear more about some of the other updates, to get some more details on some of the topics we've discussed today, please join in. That'll be hosted by Jasper, a community advocate, on his Twitter channel. His Twitter Space channel has been retweeted from the Rocket Pool Twitter account as well, so it might be easiest to find your way there that way. But thanks for joining this Redstone launch call. A great milestone for Rocket Pool, and make sure you go and claim that Pope.
And also a big thank you to Superfizz and the rest of the EthStaker crew as well for co-hosting this with us. It was super nice of you guys, as usual.
Yeah, we're always glad to help you guys out. Michael, also thanks for setting up OBS and running all this. So yeah, appreciate hanging out with you guys. Look forward to the next time.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
See ya.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye-bye.